One night in the South Korean city of Anseong, a former gangster named Wang Jae was seen chasing a group of punk children on a lightly street. But then, he was tamed by one of those punk children until he died on the spot. The next day, Wang Jae's funeral procession was attended by many people including his childhood friends. Among them is Tae-soo, who works as a police detective in Seoul City. Then there is Suk-hwan, who works as a debt collector. And this is Suk-hwan's older brother named Dong-hwan, who works as a mathematics teacher. And the last is Pil-ho, who serves as the boss of the Anseong Mafia and is the brother-in-law of Wang Jae.
저한테 뭐 시키실 일 없죠?
왜?
왕정 쑤시는분들 찾으러 다녀야죠. 그냥 왕정 쑤시는분들 차에다 뼈다까지 그냥 싹 다 달라고 그럴 테요.
Because they already have their own busy lives, these five friends are reuniting for the first time after 10 years. But on the other hand, Tae-soo, who is a detective, he feels that Wang Jae's death is a little odd and is determined to investigate. Tae-soo then asked Pil-ho about his best friend's death. Pil-ho then explains that Wang Jae was killed by a group of punks. Pil-ho said that the punks had made a mess at Wang Jae's bar, which made Wang Jae angry and beat them up. Wang Jae also chased them down the street when the punks came out of the bar. But when they were cornered at a dead-end corner, they ended up stabbing Wang Jae to death.
깼나보. 요새 애들이 원체 겁이 없잖아. 옛날에 우왕자가 누군지 알겠어?
그만이야 임마! 솔직히
그냥 승질 죽이고.
그만들 형! 나빠!
너도 왕제 승질 알잖아.
이 새끼들아!
왕제도 나이는 먹을 거 아니냐. 어찌게 당하겠어?
But Pil-ho's explanation did not satisfy Tae-soo. He is even more determined to uncover the cause of Wang Jae's death before he has to return to Seoul next week. Tae-soo looks at an old photo of the five of them at her house. It was taken on school picnic day before they got into a fight with a group of other boys. Tae-soo remembered how they used to be so close and always fought together. They even lost and got beaten to a pulp together.
아니 뭔 일이냐?
씨발 어디까지 갈겨! 들한테 삥 뜯기고 있잖아요.
미안해요. 땡기는 게 더 이상한 거지.
The scene then switches to showing Pil-ho meeting a man. The man is the governor of Seoul, who is called Mr. Jo. Mr. Jo and Pil-ho talk about plans to turn the cities of Anseong and Seoul into tourism hubs. They also plan to establish a large gambling business in the city, including casinos that will be set up in many places. Of course, Pil-ho and Mr. Jo will cost a lot of people in the area. Moreover, Pil-ho used violence and mobilized many thugs to force the residents to sell their land. The profits from the sale of the residents' land will also be used by Pil-ho to build his gambling company business.
장 사장이 잘해줬어. 이제 지금부터라고.
The scene switches back to Tae-soo, who is still looking for Wang Jae's killers. Tae-soo looks for the punks that Pil-ho told about at a casino. His search effort doesn't go smoothly when he is faced with a gang of gangsters who beat him up. Despite defeating the gangsters, Tae-soo does not get any information about Wang Jae's killer. One night, Tae-soo comes face to face with the gangster again. This time the gangsters summon more troops from different groups. The weapons used are also varied. There are gangster groups who use yo-yo weapons, hip-hop groups, baseball players who use baseball bats, gangster groups with hockey bats, bicycle groups, to female gangsters. They gang up on Tae-soo, who is fighting alone. Tae-soo put all his might but still almost lost. When Tae-soo was about to lose, his friend Suk-hwan came to help. Still, the two of them could not cope with the attacks of such a large group of gangsters. Suk-hwan and Tae-soo try to escape by car. Suk-hwan then tells Tae-soo that Ansung City has changed. Currently in the city, there are a lot of gangsters roaming around. The two friends decide to work together to investigate Wang Jae's death. After hearing Tae-soo's story about the gangsters and punks who killed Wang Jae, Suk-hwan has a plan. He invites Tae-soo to go to all the gangster group leaders for interrogation. Suk-hwan and Tae-soo went to the gangster group to get information. They then realize that Wang Jae's murder is not as simple as it seems. It's even possible that his friend's murder was premeditated before the bar fight broke out. As Suk-hwan and Tae-soo investigate a group of female gangsters, the chairman reveals that Dong-hwan, Suk-hwan's older brother, is linked to Wang Jae's murder. After receiving the information, Tae-soo and Suk-hwan came to Dong-hwan. Suk-hwan beats up his brother to confess that he did help Pil-ho build a gambling company business. Dong-hwan helps Pil-ho because he was promised a shop for his mother at the casino. Dong-hwan wants the shop, so his mother doesn't have to be tired of working at the market anymore. Although until then Pil-ho had not kept his promise to give a shop to Dong-hwan's mother. Dong-hwan's description then reveals Pil-ho's involvement with all the gangsters in the city. Apparently Pil-ho is the boss of the gangsters who ganged up on Tae-soo and Suk-hwan. Pil-soo and Suk-hwan continue to investigate Pil-ho's co-worker. The man reveals that Wang Jae doesn't agree with Pil-ho's business plan. Wang Jae even reveals that Pil-ho and Mr. Joe turning the city into a tourist center and building a gambling company would cost a lot of people. Wang Jae was against the plan. So he and Pil-ho ended up fighting. The battle was won by Wang Jae. Not accepting the defeat, Pil-ho mobilizes gangsters and the punks to beat up Wang Jae. Wang Jae then chased the punks to a narrow street, where Pil-ho was already waiting. Without thinking, Pil-ho stabbed Wang Jae in the stomach to death. After finding out who the real killer of Wang Jae is, Tae-soo and Suk-hwan look for the head of the punk gangster who helped Pil-ho. The two friends ensure that the head of the punk gangster can testify about Pil-ho's crimes.
야, 이 병신 새끼야. 이런 새끼가 나 있어. 나요 좀! 야! 필을 잡아야 될 거 아니야.
Another time, Tae-soo was seen visiting a woman's house. The woman is Mi-ran, Wang Jae's wife, and also Pil-ho's sister. Tae-soo then tells all the facts about Wang Jae's death. This includes Wang Jae's killer, who is Pil-ho, Mi-ran's older brother. At the same time, Pil-ho learns that the leader of the punk gangster has been arrested and imprisoned. Pil-ho sends a man of his men to kill the head of the punk gangster so that his crimes are not exposed. The head of the punk gangster was burned alive. Not only that, but Pil-ho also seems to know that his partner betrayed and leaked his crimes to Tae-soo and Suk-hwan. One of Pil-ho's men apparently heard when the partner met Tae-soo and Suk-hwan. The partner is then captured and killed by Pil-ho. Knowing that his two friends already know about Wang Jae's killer, Pil-ho goes to Tae-soo. He intends to challenge Tae-soo to a one-on-one duel. Pil-ho invites Tae-soo to a duel in the sauna, which is apparently the headquarters of his accomplice. Instead of a one-on-one duel, Tae-soo was beaten to a pulp. Scenes elsewhere show Dong-hwan, Suk-hwan, and their mother at home. They were getting ready to head to the restaurant. But unfortunately, on the way to the restaurant, the car they were driving was hit by a truck. Dong-hwan and his mother died in the accident. Suk-hwan feels very sad at the funeral of his brother and mother. After their death, he has no family. Tae-soo waits for Suk-hwan to come out with Mi-ran outside the cemetery. Mi-ran informed that Pil-ho would meet with Seoul Governor, Mr. Jo. Tae-soo and Suk-hwan rush to the meeting location of Mr. Jo and Pil-ho. They intended to barge into the building regardless. The two men confronted Pil-ho's men, who immediately attacked. The battle was fierce. Even though Suk-hwan and Tae-soo only used sticks to fight, they beat Pil-ho's men until they managed to break inside.
장필 어디냐? 좀 버틸만 하냐?
바쁘니까 이따 봐요.
야, 이게 장사장?
In the room, Mr. Jo and Pil-ho seem to be conversing. Mr. Jo expresses disappointment after Pil-ho's men are judged incompetent. They are easily defeated by two people, Tae-soo and Suk-hwan, who only have stick weapons. It is also what makes Mr. Jo finally decide to stop working together. Pil-ho doesn't accept this and kills Mr. Jo. After that, Pil-ho also asked all the guests to leave. There were only him, Tae-soo, Suk-hwan, and 4 of his strongest men in the room. Before facing Pil-ho, Tae-soo and Suk-hwan must pass the 4 men. This time the battle was more difficult. Tae-soo and Suk-hwan struggle against one of Pil-ho's henchmen. Although they managed to subdue the 4 people in the end. Despite winning, Tae-soo and Suk-hwan were exhausted. Pil-ho grabbed a knife and walked over to the 2 old friends. He viciously cut Suk-hwan's finger and then stabbed Tae-soo in the stomach. But right at the last moment, Suk-hwan got up and grabbed the long katana in the room. He used the katana to stab Pil-ho in the back. Pil-ho immediately fell and died. Meanwhile, Tae-soo collapsed and almost died from the loss of blood. Tae-soo recalls his 4 best friends in the final seconds of his life. He remembered when they walked home from the school picnic and talked about the future. At that time, Suk-hwan said that they didn't win the fights with other young boys. Even though Dong-hwan was adamant, they had already won. Suk-hwan kept arguing that they had nothing to gain from the win. Wang Jae then chimed in that they had a snake tonic that they would drink in 20 years when they were rich. The conversation about the future leaves the 5 friends wondering what if they don't make it. But Wang Jae said that it would mean nothing. Returning to the previous scene, Tae-soo and Pil-ho are dead. Suk-hwan is standing alone in a shattered room. Before the film ends, the man is seen saying "fuck it" and taking a deep breath. If you enjoyed this video, don't be shy, hit the like button, and if you disliked it, hit the dislike button twice just to be sure. You should watch the full movie. Thank you very much for watching.